Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. I wanted to bring you a new tier list, which is unlike other tier lists. This is going to be my meta group prediction as it sits today for the War Within. This is just what group I think currently will be the meta group. I'll give you the reasons why. I'll also give a couple options to change in and out of the meta, but there will be some definite options that I think will be sitting in the meta group right now, currently. And that's after the tank changes and the tank nerfs that I'm sure everyone saw by now. If you haven't, I have a video coming out, my thoughts on it. I'm not going to go in depth to all the changes, but what I think the issues are. Now, let's get it out of the way because fuck, this is going to be more important than anything else right now. Augmentation Evoker is brought because how much it helps the group survive. It will always be brought until it is out of the game, which makes it a shit class because you have to take it in higher keys. You need the defensive, you need the utility out of an Augmentation Evoker. You are literally taking a net DPS loss by a lot, but you have to bring it, and especially now after the tank nerfs, to help survivability and off healing and all that crap. So, Augmentation, metagroup, always will be until it's out of the game or until they nerf the shit out of it. So, up until that point, it will be there. As for the tanks, there's two tanks that obviously didn't get as bad as the other tanks. So, Prot Warrior actually didn't make out terrible with the tank nerfs. There's a lot of stuff to spell reflect. It should be season one, a very good tank right now. Vengeance, Paladin, Druid, DK, all got the shit kicked out of them. Paladin, I think, got it the worst. Druid, maybe second. DK had some reverted because they were so bad. So, out of those, you're left with Brew and Prot. So, I'm actually just going to put Brewmaster as your other tank option. I think it came out with a net gain. I think right now it's very close between these two. Very close. Like you could flip them in and out, it wouldn't be a big deal. You might bring Brew for the ring, the leg sweep, and some other items like that. You might bring it and it might switch to the meta group. I don't know yet, but there is a lot of stuff to spell reflect, so there's a lot of easy damage for the warrior as well. Next, going on in the meta group for season one right now is Arcane Mage. They are popping off. It is absolutely nuts. They are going to town and they're just doing really well, really well. They changed the rotation a bit so it's not as complicated. You get a bunch of procs and you just fire off Arcane Barrage and orbs and stuff. So it's very, very good damage. They are cranking. I'm going to put two, one in the meta and one as a DPS option right away, because of how well they are doing, because of the rework, and that next one's going to be the DK. Whether you put Frost here and Unholy here or vice versa, the DK is a great option currently. They are doing a ton of damage. DK still brings all its advantages to self-sustain, and Frost and Unholy are just crushing right now. Again, tuning hasn't fully happened yet, but those two are bringing it. Some other specs were nerfed. They still didn't nerf the DK. It's going on. As you can see, I'm just getting update after update after update. Blizzard is having a fucking knip shit today, so that's been going on for like the last 8 minutes, which is unreal. But, well, sidebar there. You keep seeing those pop up. It's just continuously popping up. I don't know what's going on with Blizzard. Anyway, DK, great option. They also bring the B-Res for you. So you have a B-Res. If you're an Aug Evoker, like I play Aug Evoker, I put B-Res bracers on. Now I'm an all-in-one class, and it makes it even worse for Aug Evoker that you need them that much, but now you have a backup B-Res. As for the healer, I had a tough time with this one. I did. I really did. And I'm going to. I have two options. One's definitely going into a second healer option, and it's Paladin. Either could be here, or Druid. And these are the two that are going to swap in and out. Currently, they are just doing really well. Paladin with the rework is back. They are back for sure. And Druid has got a bunch of buffs, and they are playing very well as well. Now, with the more tank damage, I think Paladin is going to take the edge, even though Beacon got nerfed. I still think it's going to be up there with Beacon because that's an easy way to do it. So I'm going to give this ever so slight micro edge to Holy Paladin. And that leaves the Resto Druid there. But again, you could swap them in and out. They both bring B-Res, so it's fine. Again, you also have a DPS B-Res, but that currently would look like the 5-man group. Now, if I want to put them in order, there's your DPS, there's your tank and healer. That is a meta prediction as it sits currently. Now, for some other DPS options, there are right now, Fire is an option to replace Arcane. Fire is just good right now. They changed a lot of insta procs. And I'm going to throw up a third because, hey, you have 3 DPS slots. Not really. You only have 2 that you can change in and out. But I'm going to throw up a third anyway, and that's going to be Ellie Shaman. Ellie Shaman is also cranking. It's a little outside the box pick, but it's up there anyway. The rest, you can only swap in 1 tank and 1 healer, so I'm going to leave those the same. Those are my picks for the meta group and your slightly off meta option as it sits currently. There are still a lot of good specs to play in the game, but I didn't want to put up too many because then I'm just making a tier list of just where every spec sits. Some honorable mention could be Affliction Lock right now. It's doing a lot. I think Fury War is actually pretty good right now. So Rep Pally's not bad either. But again, I didn't want to get into that. Actually, Enhancement Shaman's cranking some damage too. Not getting into that part. We're staying with this. This is the meta group. This is the off meta spec. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Sorry, it's not off meta spec. This is your replacement for the meta spec. That's going to be very close. Anyways, Deflect, Firm but Fair Gaming. We'll catch you in the next video.